Welcome. CivilNet's team was in the town of Martuni in Nagorno-Karabakh. We are joined now by CivilNet's very own Paitjan, who was there. Ani, what happened? We saw the video that was published.
Hello, Emilio. So this is what happened. We heard, so the night in Stepanakert was pretty calm. We had no signals ringing, telling us that there were some dangers or whatever. So we decided that, and then we were told that the situation was pretty stable or more peaceful than before. So we thought that we might go to Martuni, where the first victims of the Azerbaijani attacks occurred. So it was a grandmother and her grandchild. So we decided to go there and see what is the situation, where is the house, and what's the state of the house. So we went to Martuni. It was around 12:30, I think. And we arrived to Martuni, and we were just making photos of the house, and it was a dilapidated situation, destroyed totally. And then at a certain point, we started hearing some kind of I cannot even describe this sound, but it was very like we could feel that something was going wrong since we heard it before. The first night we spent in Stepanakert, we understood that it was a missile or something like this that was actually launched from Azerbaijan towards us. And then we started to panic, which is pretty normal, I would say, and natural. So we started to run, and let me tell you that we didn't know where to run. And then, so we ran in the houses, kind of a shelter, sort of, just above the apartment, below the house. And we stayed there until it was finished. And when we were sure that there was no other shellings or whatever, we took our stuff and we ran to the car and fled from there. While exiting actually the village, we could saw where the shelling was launched and where it landed. And it landed actually just in the middle of the square, of the main square of the village, which shows and means that they were attacking, and they were really purposely targeting civilians. That was the point. That was not a strategic place or whatever. It was the square where people could gather, and it was destroyed. Things were destroyed there, and we just ran we fled as fast as we could. That's it.
And how long did you spend in Martuni?
We just spent 40 minutes, I think, something like this, not more.
Okay. And then after that, where did you and the team go?
So we decided that when we were far away, we just stopped for taking like photos and having a stand-up. And then we left for Stepanakert. And on the way to Stepanakert, because we thought that it didn't make sense to go anywhere, we were still like, I think we were shaking still. And so we decided to go back to Stepanakert and give you as fast as we could the report that we had, like the content we had. So in the car, we had a call from CivilNet, actually, from our chief editor, Karen Harutyunyan, who told us that the journalists from Le Monde were also in Martuni, and they were injured. And we actually met them before.
And then after on, you went to the hospital where one of them is being treated, as I understand.
So let me tell you more details of what I know so far. So things are already developing, things are changing. This is the information I have right now. So what happened is that they were in the morning when we talked, they were supposed to go to with the embedded journalist group to Martakert. But I don't know why they just decided to change. They changed their mind, and then they decided to go to Martuni, and that's where they got injured. So what we know about that, we called the fixer Hermine Virabian, and she told us that one of the journalists was severely injured, and he was sent to the hospital. I don't know if I have the right to say the name. I don't know if I have the right to say the name or the location of the hospital. I was told not to, so I'm not going to say just in case. So he was sent there, and we had the opportunity to see him. We had during the surgery, and we talked with the doctors, and they told us that he was in a very severe situation. He had an internal bleeding. He was injured at the shoulder, in the abdominal, this part. His leg was endangered too. And that's it. And they were not sure of they didn't say us if it was positive or negative. It looks negative, but we don't know yet. When we saw him, they were doing their best to save him. And the other one, he's back in time. I heard that he was also in Stepanakert now, that he was in Stepanakert, but before that he was in Martuni, at the hospital of Martuni, and he is also injured, and he also entered the surgery block, and he also had a surgery. I don't know what exactly. That's what we know so far.
Ani, well, our thoughts are with you and the team, and we are praying and hoping for your swift return and safe return.
Thank you very much, Emilio. Take care of you too.
Thank you, and continue following CivilNet for the latest on the situation in Nagorno-Karabakh.